Okay, this is section 12.2, and this is specifically talking about the truth tables in section 12.2. Today we got this worksheet. This is kind of the bottom part of it. And let's look at these truth tables. I'm going to go through a couple of them with you to kind of just review how they work. We're going to use the statements. The sky is blue is P, and Q, it is raining. So I think we are all okay with P and Q and P or Q. Remember the symbol that looks like kind of like a TP means and, which I always remember it because you can cross the A like a capital A. And then the one that looks like a V means or. So in your truth tables, if you see the one that looks like you could cross it and make an A, that's and if it looks like a V, that means or. Let's take a look at the ones down here that are a little bit more challenging. All right, so the first thing we're going to start with is all of our combinations of true and false. So we know that's true, true, false, false, true, false, true, false. This is all of the different combinations of whether or not the sky is blue and whether or not it is raining. So one could be true, the other could not be true, they could both be true, they could both be false, but either way, this truth table is going to show us all of the different combinations of whether or not that is possible. Okay, if I'm going to try to create a truth table for this right here, not P or Q, basically what I'm saying is not P. So the sky is not blue or it is raining. So in order for me to build that truth table, I need to know the truth symbols for not P. So I'm going to go to my P category and I'm going to take the negation. So that means it's going to be false, false, true, true, right? The opposite of this column. Now I have both pieces that I'm comparing. I have the not P and I have my Q column, which I had already found. Okay, so that's this column and this column. And these are the two columns that I'm comparing with or. And we remember a conjunction like this with the word or means one or the other must be true. So when I look at the first combination, true, false is true. False, false is false. True, true is true. And false, true is true. Okay, so this is going to be my truth value of these statements, the sky is blue, it is raining. For example, let's look at this one right here. If I think the first statement is false, the sky is not blue, and I think the second statement is true, it is raining. If I say that in this way, the sky is not blue or it is raining, then I have said a true statement. So this truth table will tell you all the different combinations of the P and Q, whether they're true, whether they're false, and when you put it together as the final statement, if it's really true or false. Let's do one more. Let's maybe pick this one over here. Okay, what I'm saying here, I'm going to use the same, the sky is blue, it is raining. What I'm saying here is the sky is blue, or it's the case that both the sky is not blue and it is not raining. Okay, so to build this truth table, I'm going to start with my P and Q. True, true, false, false. True, false, true, false. Okay, what other information do I need in order to find this? I need not P and I need not Q. So those are easy, right? Opposite of this column is false, false, true, true. Opposite of the Q column is false, true, false, true. Okay, just like if I asked you to solve this equation right here, I would first do what's in the parentheses. Same thing is going on here. Think of this as your 5, this is your plus, and we need to figure out what the value is of this statement here in the parentheses. So in our next column, we're going to use the two columns that we just created with our conjunction and. We know that and both have to be true. False, false, false. False, true, false. True, false, false. True, true is true. So they both had to be true. So the only one that would work is that last one. Now that we know that this whole thing, all the different combinations of this, we can now combine it with the P or, right? So now that I know that this is 3, I can combine it with 5 plus. Same thing. So my final statement will be the very last statement. And I'm not going to write that just because I want to make sure that this doesn't take too long. So this whole statement will go right here. And I'm going to use the columns P, right? P. And I'm going to combine them with or, meaning either one of them has to be true. And this last column that I just created. Okay. So I've got true, false, which is true because I'm using or. So either one of them has to be true. True, false is true. False, false is false. And false, true is true. So here is the last column, which is my, gee, I wrote all over this, didn't I? Which is going to test every combination of whether or not the sky is blue and whether or not it is raining.